Hey folks, welcome to another episode of Microsoft Ignite Unplugged, the show behind the event known as Microsoft Ignite. It's taking place in Seattle, November the 15th, 16th, and 17th. Now, we got your feedback and you were looking for more opportunities to be able to increase your learning, and so we created a pre-day on November the 14th. For those of you that signed up, this is a sneak peek on what you're going to be able to expect. We got three main topic areas that we're going to be covering. And so I decided to invite some of my friends to come online and to be able to talk about this. The first one is going to be around the security space, and I've got Sarah joining me from Melbourne. Hey, Sarah.
Hi, everyone. So yes, the security labs are going to be super interesting. The idea is we're going to show you how to use some of our security products, so things like Microsoft Sentinel and Defender for Cloud, how you can use them most efficiently, scale them up, and really get your organization's security posture, as high as it can be, which is an important thing for everybody nowadays, of course.
Now, a second lab that we have as an option is going to be one that's known as infrastructure focused, and I decided to bring in my good buddy Oren to talk about that one there. Hey, Oren.
G'day, everybody. Okay, so what's going on in the infrastructure space is I was thinking about a real meat and potatoes workload that runs in the cloud, and that is absolutely virtual machines. And one of the things is people deploy virtual machines or migrate them to the cloud, and then they just leave them. But the cloud is this incredible ecosystem of services that plug in and make essentially life support systems for virtual machines. So what we're exploring in this interactive experience is all of the things that you can plug in to your virtual machines to make their life a lot better running in the cloud. Stuff you'd have to manually configure and build on-prem. It already exists in the cloud, but you might not know about it. So we're going to explore how you do it and what you get out of it.
Awesome stuff, Oren. And finally, last but not least, I've also asked a friend of mine, Tiffany, to talk a little bit about what's going to be going on in the M365 space. Hey, Tiffany.
Thanks, Rick. I'm so excited for you all to join us in this in-depth pre-day lab to learn the fundamentals of driving adoption of Microsoft 365 Copilot and other popular services like Microsoft Teams, Microsoft Viva, and Office. We will be led by Global Adoption Specialist Caruana Gatimu and other subject matter experts like myself, where you will have an opportunity to lead with practical guidance, tools, and plans that you can get started with right away in your own organization.
Now, the experience of working in these pre-day labs is going to be about a 5-hour experience working with engineers that are going to be at the front and working with you to go through the different lab environments. We're also going to have proctors going around and being able to be there to answer any questions you might have. And everybody gets to have their own PC with a dual screen environment with both the lab instructions as well as the lab experience itself right there in front of you. Now, one thing that we always do in these episodes is we also talk about a little bit about the flavor of what you can do while you're here at Microsoft Ignite. And so I thought I'd ask Sarah, hey, what would you recommend someone should go off and experience while they're here for Microsoft Ignite?
Well, it's funny you say flavor, Rick, because I am a foodie, and so I would recommend people go a couple of blocks up from the convention center up to Capitol Hill and go and have some Molly Moon's ice cream. It's really good, and they also don't just do plain scoops and cones. They'll do a whole sundae with whipped cream and all the stuff on top, which is pretty good.
And Oren, what do you recommend for someone that's going to be in town for a couple of days?
So where I like to go when I'm in Seattle is the Museum of Popular Culture, which is just near the Space Needle. So go and see one of the exhibitions there because it's probably something that you're familiar with and it's always very interesting.
Tiffany, you're more local than the rest of the folks. Do you have any recommendations yourself?
Actually, I would really like to recommend Victrola Coffee. They are about 2 blocks away from the Summit building of the Seattle Convention Center, and they have really cool free coffee tastings and some, gift packs that you can bring for folks at home, but definitely check it out if you get a chance.
Thanks a lot for joining us. Catch us next week for another episode of Microsoft Ignite Unplugged. We'll see you there.